Hello everyone, hello, Katie here, and I am planning the 6th through the 12th of July. I can't believe, it's hard for me to believe that sometimes. I pulled out an old, let's see, this is from 2022, 4 years ago. This is an August kit from Sterling Ink, and at the time I was looking at these, she was doing some washi strips, and I actually did cut one in half at some point, and I just was sitting here going, oh, I think I might cut one of these in half. We'll see. We'll see. I need some gentleness, some color. I've been kind of doing plain planning for a while. I did get started a little bit so that I wouldn't have to cut away. I just put the things I usually cut away for. And I grabbed this 020 Tombow. It is a bit light compared to these, but it is the closest that I have. So I might like go over it a couple times. And yeah, I need to kind of distract a little bit, and I'm just super tired. I just haven't been sleeping well. And I'm like, okay, should I take a nap or should I just push through? Like what? Just that in between space. My husband's gonna fly back tonight, which by the time you see this, he'll be back for a couple days. So, yeah, okay, that is a little darker than I thought, but it is kind of more of a golden yellow. So yeah, I won't have to go over that. What else? I was hoping to like do a bunch of house cleaning today, and I'm not there. I'm not, and then I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna push it. I don't need to seem like I'm superhuman. My husband understands, like, and he's not going to be in a position to want to, I smeared a little bit, but to be able to clean or anything like that either. But we do have the rest of the weekend. So sometimes you just have to go with how you're doing in the moment. So, and I'm looking outside. It was a little gray this morning. The fluffy clouds came out, so I thought I would record. And it's going to rain in a little while, probably more this evening. So I thought, oh, I should get on this and get this done. And I was just like, what would make me feel the best right now to, quote, push through? Like if I'm going to push something, I need to push something. As in, I know that sounds bad. Actually, I want to do this here. I'm going to use these up. I love how cute these are. I do miss that she made them this way. She made some really cute days of the week. So let's see if these will fit, actually. Are they going to fit? Are they going to fit exactly? I think I'm going to have to overlap them just slightly. Like, am I pushing? Oh, I guess I didn't even need to highlight. Do I like this? I do. I think I like it better in the highlight. I just didn't need to highlight. Maybe I'll highlight something else. Or if a little highlight shows through, it's okay. Pushing through. There are times where I'm very glad I pushed through, and there are times when I haven't. I think we all can very much relate to that. And I'm not really a proponent for pushing through, but like right now, it's partly my ADHD of just like, I'm a little scattered because, I'll be concerned that my husband is flying home, just general anxiety about that and making sure he's okay and gets here fine. I know he'll be fine. But just in case anything goes wrong, you just want to be by the phone if, delays or rescheduling or something, or they have to go back to the gate or something like that. You just want to know so that tomorrow, I almost put that on upside down, we are expecting him like early in the morning. And for the most part, like all the flights that we've had back and forth from here, my mom and others, for the most part, have been on time. Like they've been, another sticker thing I can get rid of there. I'm just thinking, I do want to highlight some more, and I think I will before I do some more stickers. I want to do down here. Yeah, he leaves like really early. Like I could barely get a bus that early to go over and meet him. Like it's not worth it. If he was arriving like a few hours later, yeah, I'd go over. Because it's kind of fun to go over, and I think I want to do another line here. Why? I don't know. I want to try something this week. It kind of feels like a split, not equal. It doesn't have to be equal, but just this was coming through on the other side, so I just kind of naturally used it. And there is one here too, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. I think I'm just in the mood for yellow, I guess. I don't want to put it all here though. This is fine. I want yellow, but not too much. See, can you tell? I'm like really, I'm in a mood. Anyway, I am going to cut that off. I could put this like right here. So what I'm going to do is, my son is out of school, so now we're going to do some mom school. I'm going to do some on this side. I know I was using, do I have any appointments this week? Yeah, my ADHD is strong right now. I don't take any medication for it, but I am bringing up my calendar. Let's see here. Next week, not this week. What is this? Oh, I do have one thing. Client meeting on Monday. So let's put that down. I'm just kind of wondering, like I had talked about doing a reflection here, but I think I want to put that on pause. And just because right now what's going to be really important is just kind of starting some, what I've called each year, mom school. And last year we did not do it because we were moving and we had to get here. Like just the moving process was enough. But there are some things that I want to work on with my son, both of us, language learning. And let's see, so if I could cut this and just have it come in on this side, and then I would have two. Let's see if I can do that straight enough. I really like this one with the blue tiles in it. I've always loved the blue, hint of blue tiles in this. And I'm just gonna go as straight as I can. And we'll see if it splits in two. This end one might there a little bit. That's okay. We'll figure this out. How much of it will split is the question. I think this pink, the pink flower there at the end. We've been having some bird antics in the neighborhood. They like to wake up at like 2 a.m. The ducks do. I don't know. I think the ducks are being bothered. Let's see, do I want on this side? No. I think they're just being bugged by something, bird. And we have like 4 hours of nighttime, like no light in the sky. And now they're just kind of screaming out there. I think it's the adolescents that are old enough. And I think they're just trying to get food and attention. And they're just not quite old enough yet. The swans had their cygnets, I think. Is that what the babies are called? That's my guess. And I don't really have a moment to look that up right now. We're going to just stick this down here. Like that. It's kind of weird that there's pink in there, actually. It's not super weird, but I didn't realize there was just a little hint of pink. So that looks pretty cool. I like that. And I could put the other one over here. Let's see, it would go like from here to here. And then I could put the rest of it up here. Ooh, I like that actually. Let's see if there's any pieces. I'm definitely in the mood for using stickers that I have. And I'm purchasing stickers a little differently, and I'm looking at them a little differently. I'm seeing how far they go with using them up. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to unstick them a little bit so I can replace if necessary. Actually, no, it's okay. I was going to say I might want to do the top part first, but there. This is going, oh, that's a nice little cut spot right here. There we go. And then will this fit right here? Let's see, I think I'll start at the top. Lift and cut here. Like that. And the question, I'm like, where are my tweezers? They're literally in my hand. Like that. Pretty good. Pretty good. I do really like that. Good. I also needed, like, it's when you cut half of it off, it feels a little bit more embedded and subtle, yet enough. I was a little worried about using it. Uh-oh. You sticking to each other? Worried about it being a little much. So the question is here, do I just want to put this here or down the side here or cut this one? Well, the problem is that it could probably live like right here. It could live on the bottom and I would have a little extra, like it'd just be on the top here because I would do that, or in the middle here. It'd be a little better down here, or I can use some of these. I might save this one, you know, but I can, and I don't need numbers. No, excuse me. I think I might use these numbers because I actually did buy some numbers from a Sterling ink sale going on this weekend for the 4th. You'll probably hear that too late. I don't know when it goes through, but I definitely did stock up a little bit. So these are the ones I'm like trying to focus on using. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use I pictured a lot. I did picture a lot. But now I'm not so sure. So since I like that effect so much, I'm kind of, this right in here is probably gonna get to be a separate piece, and maybe in here. But we'll see how this goes. Oops, I'm probably getting off track here. Can I course correct a little bit? Let's see how this turns out. Yeah, that's it is what it is. I'm not sad about it. It'll look pretty cute. But I'm trying to see like how I can keep a lot of it together. Okay, that stayed together. I think this one's going to come up, and I didn't put it on my skin to, I mean, does it matter? I still have to cut it either way, so I guess it doesn't really. Just want to point this one up a little bit more. There's a very tiny bit of paper holding these two together here right now. Okay, there we go. Get that a little back on track, and then okay. I really like this end right here, so I'm going to start that on this side. Up a little bit more. It could hang over. Let's try that. I do kind of like that. And then we'll use whatever's left over here. So this is where it's probably going to turn into pieces. Okay. Yeah. That's a bigger piece than I thought it'd be. And it almost goes all the way. So I might not need to put, like, I guess if I had scooched it over, but I don't know. I don't know if I need, well, here's a tiny little, here we go. Just put that right in here. Okay, that's turning out pretty well. I'm liking this a lot. And so I have like this little section here. I could put this on the inside here. Actually, maybe start it up here. Or I could put it here, because it's almost the exact part right there. I mean, it's really strong to have those two. Do I want it just maybe up here? These look pretty separate, so maybe I can kind of put these in different spots. Let's see. Yes, 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 yes. And then over here, kind of give it that bookend feel. Okay, that turned out way better than I thought. I thought I had really ruined it. Those were 2 washi strips. And yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Okay, so, and actually my 1300 here, there's the eye there, put the eye in the middle there. Oh, dyslexia. So I think I want to put a little bit more on here, actually the bigger ones, because I'm not writing down school appointments or anything. I think I want to put this kind of here. Yeah, it's feeling a little bit more botanical, lush. These are some old stickers. You know, sometimes, yeah, you do have to like de-stickify them a little bit. I'm not sure, you know, how exactly, if she like changed up any of her paper, like she's always had the vinyl and the vinyl white here and the washi, and I'm just kind of wondering over the years if they changed at all. Thinking that might be enough. Even this might be a little much, that pink there. Maybe if I put just a little, yeah, it's getting to be too much. Can I take it off? Yeah, that pink just, like, I know it shows up a little bit, but it's just kind of throwing me off. Anyway, let's see. I want the yellow and the blue. Well, this is looking like really good. And yeah, I'll have to use these another time. I think that's enough. I could put like one little thing here. Let's put 1 lemon. I love the lemons. Just like a little something. Yeah, I think like if I put it here, it's getting too much. Here kind of ruins this part. So, okay. School. No school. I do have to figure out what I'm going to be doing. Oh, I have a shortcut now to my weather. The weather app I made a shortcut for on my phone. So, I have Monday. Let's write these on the bottom here. Well, this feels really cool down here. It's like its own little section here. So we are having kind of a warmer next weekend, but then it goes back down again. It's not too bad. Like 25 is the high. I'll take that over the 40 that we had last week. So 21, 17. That to me is perfect. 21, 17. I like it a little more on the cooler side. Then I can like run around the house and get things done and not be like super sweating. There is some moisture there. And we are having some screens installed. I might have mentioned this last week, I'm not sure. And to get some airflow at night. And they were gonna install last week during the heat, and they did cancel, thank goodness. I did not want them out there. Although, you know, it probably would have taken like a half hour to an hour, but I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. Because we weren't going to open up the windows. We had it cooler inside, and we weren't going to use them till now, so I think 7%. Yeah, I am missing my numbers up here. But I can see them here. I can see them here, so 23, 15. Percentage, 0. So there's those. Client meeting. I think the rest is kind of open. This is, I have to say, I know if you're brand new here, you can go watch some of my other videos, but it's been a tough couple weeks. And yeah, just having things kind of simple. Like I haven't been really writing too much either. It just needed some time away. This is bringing me back to wanting to be in here. It still feels gentle. It still feels like you don't have to do too much, but look, here's a nice cool hug. I was going to say warm hug, but I don't really want it to be warm this time of year. I digress. I did want to share one thing. So I have a personal rings here that's next to me. And I have been wanting to do something with it. So this is just a Moterm cover, Vegetan, and it is just like soft and textured, and I love it. I love it. I just don't use this size. I'm usually an A5 person here. Sometimes TN if I'm doing like travel stuff. What else do I use? Oh, a little Passport sometimes. Mainly A5 though. So I had been, let's see, I haven't written pretty much anything here yet, keeping track of meals like here. But I wasn't using this side or this side. And I just wanted a place to record all the meals down. And I'm like, but I'm still struggling with meal planning and such. And it's helped tremendously. I'm on a weekly schedule now. It's not like in the US you could, you know, get 3 weeks worth of food, honestly. And especially with things that are going bad during the summer, things can go bad pretty quickly. Sometimes you do lean more on maybe canned items or jarred items or things that are just easy. Maybe they're like partially prepared anyway, so you can just kind of dump them together in a pasta salad or make it a really quick kind of meal. And then combine them with some fresh things. Anyway, so we are on this like weekly schedule, and I still was just so overwhelmed. I used to do, let's see, a bit more, and I'll pull that out in a moment, but these are the Sterling Ink inserts for personal, and I don't use them for like my regular planning. I'm still going to stay in the A5, but I was like, there's something about this form factor. I did get the months, and it is all 2026. So I got the months and the quarters and everything. And I'm like, I just don't know what I keep looking at it. I keep it out. I'm like, what am I doing with this? And I love to do vertical. And I thought, well, if I do meal planning, it'd probably be vertical, but it's kind of squished this way. And so I just kept looking at it and looking at it. And then I'm like, okay, let me just try something. So I started putting in meals, and then on this side, so I'm actually using it horizontally because you can do that. You can do it like these can be vertical, you could draw on lines, or these could be horizontal, and she has little dots here you can go either way, and that's why I thought these were so cool. This week, I'm using it for the week that's in here, and I messed up already. I put them on the wrong days, but that's okay. Arrows work. And I just have a clear tabs at the bottom. I love those. And so I wanted to put the meals here. What trips me up with my ADHD is that, sorry, I'm adjusting, and is making sure I get all the ingredients. So you can look at a recipe, but sometimes my eyes dart around and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I have everything. And then in the app that we have here that we use for grocery ordering, you can put some meals together or use some of their recipes, and it'll add like most everything. But even when I'm making the meal, I'll forget. Like I was like totally forgot to put ginger in like one of the, what was it? It was some kind of curry that we were making. And I did add it the next day to the leftovers, but I'm like, I want to have somewhere to put this. And so, yeah, this here, I also want to get through a lot of our pantry items because they're just kind of sitting there. Like soups right now are not, soups during the summer is kind of hard to do, like just a few cans. And yeah, they'll be good until fall. So, but I also want to see like everything, because I had a few like frozen meals that were just sitting there and I wasn't using them. And then I was thinking, oh, I need to get all these meals, and I had a few already. It was just confusing. So I'm kind of putting the names here. I was kind of using this top as like a pre-plan so I could erase and move these. This I can't go too far ahead because if I do swap days, I'd have to erase like all the ingredients. So I'm kind of keeping that in mind, that I can't, and I think that's the only like little thing that's not working is like I would love to see all the ingredients here. And I'm surprised that horizontal is actually working the best because I can see the name here, and that if I had stacked them all, I think I'm going to try it this way, and then next week I'm going to swap. I'm just going to, and I don't think I'll draw lines or anything, but I think I'll try it like vertical and just see what happens. But then I don't have a pantry area, but I don't need to rewrite the pantry every time. So I could kind of flop back and forth if I needed to. So it's, I know people use these for their main planners, and I do see that. I also just needed this to kind of be open all the time to this spot so that I could leave my main planner open to my plans and just have them both as dashboards that I can kind of look at. So I'm not going to decorate this. It's just purely to write in, just very much like my business planner. But there's something that is kind of clicking because I don't want to force it, but I also was like, I need somewhere to write this, and it doesn't need to be in a huge planner. And what is in this one isn't working. Oh, let me see if I can get my old planner. Unfortunately, this planner is no longer available, but I do keep referring back to it because there were times that, so here is where I would write out the meals, and then here, because it was sectioned off, it was easier to just kind of go through the pantry items there, and then I would do that per month. Just looking at another. So this one was really busy, but I could see them right next to each other. And if you can kind of see, it's very similar, but I'm not looking at the whole month. Like this is the whole month. And I'm not using this too much as like going back and getting inspiration from necessarily. But I am kind of puzzling, like, do I want to put all the meals here? I can easily write them later. Would I use anything quarterly? Probably not. Is there something I could track within the year? I mean, 3 items is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but like what colors would they be? What would I actually be tracking? I could see if I was really trying to determine if there was food sensitivities. I already kind of know what those are. And so I'm not like discovering them, but that's something you could do here because there's 3 boxes and then you could label each of those up there. So I'll probably put a separate video of this together at some point when I narrow this down, but I just thought this is part of my personal planning, food planning. I needed to get it out of my head. I needed to see it, and I needed to see like, oh, we need to use these things up because they'll go bad. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And it's just so, I could just, yeah. Like I don't keep it too full. That's all that's in there. It's very tactile for me right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So is there anything else I need to put in here? Oh, I usually just put meals and to buy in here. That's interesting. Okay, I didn't even think of this now because I just started that 2 days ago. Now I could just have a to buy here. And this is just like, oh, okay, we need 1 ingredient or 2 for a single meal because I've used this guy. But I don't need the list of meals because they're over here. So that opens up some possibilities. Yeah, not doing memories right now. A little too tender, as I said. Like it's just, I don't think I really, my mother-in-law's funeral was yesterday, and I was seeing, my husband go through the steps of all the things that he did, and he shared this beautiful printed piece where it talked all about her life and had all these photo collages and everything. So yeah, memory lane is definitely something we've been visiting lately, and I think I want to include some of that about my mother-in-law in the future, but like right now it's just a little too raw. So I think I'll still keep my meals up here because it is nice to at least see what we had, and I'll probably at the end of the month just record them here. That's not too hard. And I used to put the meals on the vertical around dinner time here, and if I only had a vertical and this was open all the time, and having that there really helps. But I don't really do that because I have this. Yeah, so experimenting. I'm just kind of looking at like, these are really beautiful. I love them. I actually am this was my goal of having this be something that I can come to this week and feel not distracted, just comforted and fresh and just something. Let's just shift gears a little bit, I guess, because the last 3 weeks have been just so concentrated on, just kind of all of it. Like, and I feel like when my husband gets back and he rests up and we can kind of go into the summer with a new schedule, like with the mom school stuff. That I think that's part of it, is like, I know I'm going to be making some plans here of like what it's going to be. My son and I both learning the language. He's going to teach me some. I'm going to see if some of the coursework I have can challenge him a little bit. And we're going to just be practice talking. But I also don't do it all day. This is something that usually takes an hour to I don't think it would take 2 hours a day. Like it's just something to keep his brain going, because otherwise, if it's all summer, it's really hard for him to get back on track with things in the fall. So, and I need to practice too. So he knows. And also, it's a way for him to earn money. And so it's a very small allowance kind of thing, but it's something that will keep him saving and learning about money. And he has some goals that he wants to save for, so it can slowly build up over time. And that's basically what we do. So I'll leave it there. I'm happy with this. I'm very tired, so I'm just kind of rambling at this point. If you enjoyed this, and you want to stick around and see some other things that, maybe some different designs. I'm feeling like the past month was like very low stickers, and now I want to go to like, I think it's because I purchased a few stickers. I was very careful at Sterling Ink because of my whole project that I'm trying to use up stickers in my Sterling Ink project thing. That's a whole separate thing. I'll link it below that playlist. I was very conscious of like, okay, what stickers will I actually use, and they won't just sit there. And I only got like 4 sheets that could do a whole spread, or 2 pages, or 2 spreads, 4 pages. And it was enough that I could, add a highlighter, add maybe some washi or something, or just make it spread, enough, but it had some impact to it instead of just having a bunch of little ones. I mean, it's nice to have little ones too, but I was just really, really careful on what I was actually getting. I kept going over it and then like walking away and getting some chores done and coming back and going, okay, what will I actually use though? What is the purpose of these particular ones? And there were certain designs of hers. There was Last Christmas and her new New York ones that they both really spoke to me. So I just wanted to grab a couple of them. So, and like or subscribe on the way out if you want to see more of that. And take care, everyone. And big hugs to everybody. And let me know what the summer months mean to you. Like, do you shift gears? Is it quite a bit different? Usually if you have kids, it can be. It's quite the difference to be in school and out of school. But if you don't have kids, like, does it feel like a totally different, do you actually have like, because this is like the week that things change. Like last week he was in school and this week we are doing something completely different. Is there anything in your week that is like that, a complete, in the month, that there's a complete switch up for the season, or is it gradual? I would love to hear from you. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.